So Revolut is gonna launch the largest stable coin created by a bank in the world. And probably is gonna become the largest euro-backed stablecoin. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about what are the implications, how this compares with other initiatives that have come in the past, and what is the potential for Revolut to really make it happen. So first, you know, Revolut has 45 million users. Let me know in the comments if you are a user from Revolut. And as a user, I really love it. Like, it's so easy to move money around Europe. I've lived in the UK, I've lived in other countries, and I just sending money, it's easy. Receiving money is extremely easy. Of course, you have to pass KYC, AML, but at the end, it's very easy. Number two, they have the options that you can just with one click put your money aside and start earning money like 3-4% per year in a high yield savings account. And I think that's incredible and very useful for most people. Like, if you don't have it, man, it's time to do it now. And number three, they launch the possibility that you can just buy and sell cryptocurrencies within the app. So you don't have to go outside of the app to really do it. And the good thing about this is you can buy Bitcoin, you can buy Ethereum, you can buy Solana, but also you can buy stable coins. And this is where the key things happen. And this is the main topic of this video, because at the end, stable coins are part of the future of digitalization. So the cool thing is that you buy, let's say, USDT, which is the largest stable coin in the world, and you can just send that to any crypto wallet or any exchange, such as Binance or Coinbase, whatever you want. And then you can also put money inside. And the fun thing, which I like it, is like they just launch a digital card, like with MasterCard, that you can just put the money of those stable coins or your Bitcoin. I will not put Bitcoin on that, but you can spend that and buy anywhere that they accept credit cards, which is now in most countries. So now with my phone, I pay with stable coins or with Bitcoin using my Revolut account. So this is part of the evolution of Revolut as a digital bank. But one of the problems that people had in the past is that, oh yeah, but Revolut is not a bank. Well, in 2024, finally in July, they got approved a license. Yes, a UK banking license. And this is essential. You know, I live and study and work in the UK, and one of the key things that I found out is that it's very complicated to get a bank license. Why? Well, it's a monopoly. The big banks, the Berkeleys, those are the ones that want to keep that power. And that's the reason it's difficult. And they have been applying for years. And other neobanks or digital banks have tried to get their own bank licenses. But finally, Revolut achieved this goal. And this is incredible because now it changes the game from a traditional digital bank to a full neobank. And I think this is the most important thing about what Revolut is thinking. And Revolut has always been very innovative. For example, when they fundraise, they crowd raise one of their funding rounds, they made a lot of money for people that believed in the power of digital banking. Now, 45 million users. I'm a happy user of Revolut. And now they said, okay, so what is the next step? Well, the next step is to use stable coins. And the key thing about stable coins is that you have Bitcoin, you have Ethereum, and you have stable coins and other cryptocurrencies that are growing. Well, the number one stable coin is USDT. The one that is growing the fastest is called USDC, and that's created by a US based company called Circle. So Circle has USDC, has partnered with Visa, is integrating with a lot of platforms so people can launch products based on Circle, and also they launched the euro-based stablecoin, which not so many people are using. So now you have that, and stablecoins, 90% of the market of stablecoins are US based. So this is the key thing, US based stablecoins. That's the market right now till today, 2024. But if you're seeing this video afterwards, analyze how that has changed. Are we using other type of stable coins? Are we using the digital yuan? Are we using the euro? Well, let's think about that process. So Revolut has announced that they're gonna launch their stable coin. We don't know for sure if they're gonna partner with Circle to launch the stablecoin. We don't know if it's gonna be a US backed stablecoin or a euro based stablecoin. What will make more sense for Revolut? Well, euro based. Why? Because most of their market is Europe. Of course, they have tried to enter the US, but that's another game. So if they launch their euro-based stablecoins and start to integrate into their services, well, people will get used to it. And you have 45 million users that get used to using euro-based stablecoins. And then you offer something very important called liquidity. It doesn't matter what do you think about markets, but the most important thing about a market is liquidity. So you have the liquid stable coins that are US based, USDC, USDT, and others, but very small. And then you could have the Revolut euro based stable coin. And just by a couple of clicks, you can transfer, exchange, send money, save, and even get loans. And then you can offer a lot of services around that. And I think this is the biggest opportunity for Revolut because they can create an ecosystem that others have failed. Let's talk about the ones that have failed. Well, one of the largest companies in the world, a company valued more than $1 trillion. I'm talking about Facebook Meta. Remember that they announced a project called Libra a couple of years ago? And I was pretty excited because I said, this is a new way. They have the largest social network in the world. They have Facebook called Meta, they have WhatsApp, and they have Instagram. Everything integrated. So it will make sense to have a new form of payment. And they announced the Libra project. And at the beginning, they call it like a basket of stable coins. So let's say 1 Libra will be valued at one-third dollar, 120 euro, and then other stable coins. Okay. Then they partner with big institutions to launch this project. And if, for example, in Latin America, they partnered with Mercado Libre, with Sapo, and other companies. But you know what happened? President Macron literally said, I don't like this. Like, no, 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 monsieur. Why? Well, because remember that currencies have been part of the monopoly of governments. That's the reason Bitcoin is very important, but I'm going to talk about that in other videos. But Macron didn't like that idea because in some way immediately if you just allow billions of people to interact with another type of stablecoin, what will happen to their power? There's a lot of soft power, especially from France in African countries, for another video. But and then the European Union also didn't like it, and then other countries start to go against it, and the pushover was so hard that at the end then they changed the way that the basket will work, and they will limit things, and at the end they changed the name to Novi and changed things, and the project just disappeared literally. It was an interesting project. Even a large company failed. Then you have the governments. So, for example, right now the European Union is in the process of creating the digital euro, which is a CBDC, a central bank digital currency. And as a CBDC, is going to be created by the government, in this case by the Central Bank of Europe. And it will be used all around Europe. So it's one of the largest projects ever in this space. And the pilot's gonna start in 2027, so this will take time, but it will come. Like, a lot of people hate CBDCs, and this is the interesting thing. People that know about the concept, they hate CBDCs because they said, okay, if the government is the one that has the digital power, and if they can just block my account, that will be terrible. True. Like, that's the reason CBDCs should be designed in a way that non-government can just block our accounts without a jury, or a law that specifically says that that should be frozen because of illegal activities. Like currently, like they cannot just simply seize your assets right now. You should have you know, like the law. So that's the reason it's very important to build good CBDC projects, because CBDCs are gonna come. So that's gonna happen in the euro. Also, you have China, which China have been experimenting for many years their digital yuan, and specifically because China has a great advantage, which is when you go there, you will use WeChat or you will use Alipay, two main apps, and they have everything. They're amazing apps. You can even buy a house with WeChat. But they started to implement the digital yuans in small cities and to integrate into Alipay and WeChat, so people start to understand what were the benefits of the digital yuan. Of course, this has other challenges, but that is gonna happen. And things that I have written in the past, I believe that the digital yuan is the way for China to exercise more soft power, or in that case, there will be hard power, with the countries that they're doing partnerships for the One Belt, One Road initiative, that they have been funding billions and trillions of dollars now in infrastructure projects along Africa, along Asia, and along Latin America. So I said that when China develops enough the digital yuan, what will happen is that they will ask countries, okay, you want to repay me, start using the digital yuan. If you want better conditions for the loan, use the digital yuan. And then all these countries that have made partnerships in infrastructure development will start using the digital yuan. So the CBDC from China will be very important. And then the US, specifically Trump's supporters, said, no, what Trump has said, that he is against a CBDC created by the US government. And Kamala hasn't talked about this, but at the end, they will have to do it. Why? Because most of the stable coins and the liquidity of stable coins are based on the US dollar. So that will be an interesting thing to see in the next years, and other countries will do it. So when you see all this combination of elements, then Revolut comes as one of the most powerful UK banks with influence in the EU that will take full advantage of the regulatory perspective at the MiCA, which is a legislation that from 2024 to 2026 is going to start to be implemented in the EU, so companies, businesses, and governments can launch initiatives using digital assets or using physical assets with digital representation. And by having all this combination of factors, if Revolut does this in the right way, they will increase their valuation, of course. And Revolut in the next decade could become a 200 billion bank and or 300 billion bank because of doing this type of experiments. Now, the key questions that I ask is, what will TransferWise do? And also, what Nubank, the largest digital bank in the world right now, from Brazil, created by David Vélez, which I admire a lot, will do in the same perspective. And I also talk about other countries developing their CBDCs around that. El Salvador just going and saying, Bitcoin is the way. So yeah, I think it's gonna be very interesting, all the things that are gonna happen. And let me know in your comments, what do you think will be the stable coin from Revolut? Is US dollar based, euro based, and if they're gonna partner with Circle, the creator of USDC, to launch it, or they're gonna do it internally. And I will say the third question will be if you think that the adoption of the stable coins will have clashes or not, as we're seeing. So thank you very much. This is part of videos that I'm gonna launch so I can analyze key events of the market, of how the future of money is being changed. Thank you. My name is Francisco Cordova, and if you like it, well, just subscribe, like it, tell me what are your thoughts. I'm gonna start producing more videos, and if you have any question, great idea for video, let me know in the comments. Thank you.